సో క్యాన్సర్ గురించి కూడా మీరు చాలా రీసెర్చ్ చేశారు, వర్క్ చేశారు కూడా. సో చిన్న పిల్లల్లోనే ఎక్కువ క్యాన్సర్ వస్తుంది నవ్వేడేస్ చూసుకుంటే. 100లో 80 పీపుల్ ఆర్ సఫరింగ్, కిడ్స్ ఆర్ సఫరింగ్ విత్ ద క్యాన్సర్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ రీజన్స్ ఫర్ దట్?
Unfortunately, the research is not directed towards the cause of cancer. If you look at the research on cancer, it is only about eliminating cancer from the body by either resecting it, surgeries, or by burning it through radiation, or by poisoning it through chemotherapy. Little bit of research now you look at, then you see that there are targeted therapy and immunotherapies which have come up. But if you look at the research part on the cause of cancer, there is nothing much that is being done, honestly. I mean, whatever is being done is very superficial because it doesn't make money. Diagnosis of cancer is a very big research area because it makes a lot of money, and let's be honest that it is all economics driven ultimately, right? Here actually the government needs to step in, like DBT is there, cancer research organizations are there who are funding these researches. They need to think on the cause of cancer. Like sir mentioned that second largest second largest type of cancer in the world is the colon cancer, right? Now, if you look at colon cancer, it is mostly happening to people who are suffering from constipation. And in simple terms, if you see, the constipation creates an inflammation in that area, and eventually that becomes a wound which never heals, right? I have a patient in Bombay recently, about a year back. She was diagnosed with colon cancer primary, and she's an old lady, she's not a child. And this lady had about 13 centimeters of cancer, which was spread to her ovaries. It was closing near her gallbladder region and the lymph nodes of her lungs also. And cut short to about 6-7 months, she's completely free of it. And when she came to us, she was undergoing chemotherapy, everything. We never said no for these medications and treatments because they help a lot, okay? But when we started with the lifestyle and diet plan, you'll be surprised that she was not even able to pass motions. She was passing only about a spoon at a time. And then we made her eat a lot of high fiber food and made her pass a lot of motions. And I think that did the wonders. Now, if you look at the research, or even if you look at the data and statistics, it says that almost 97% of cancers are non-genetic, out of which about 80 to 90% of cancer is contributed by smoking, alcohol, and your infections, like your cervical cancer, your liver cancer. They are also related to infections. If you eliminate this as well as the exposure to radiation and all, the genetic portion is only 2 to 3%, which means it is definitely preventable. Giving you a very, very small example, again taking the advantage that the audience is doctors, a very small example, there is a research which says that if women take 20 minutes of sunbath every day, 50% of breast cancer cases will never happen. And I am writing a paper on why vitamin D supplements are actually unhealthy, and taking sunlight and getting vitamin D from the sun exposure is healthier. Now, if you connect these two things, it's a very, very interesting thing that is coming up. When you take sunlight, a pre-molecule of cholesterol gets converted into vitamin D, which means your cholesterol levels are going down. If you take vitamin D supplement, your cholesterol is never used. So your cholesterol levels actually increase. This cholesterol will get converted into some kind of a hormone, probably estrogen, in a lot of cases, which is already happening. We see so many IVF clinics coming up. We see so many women suffering from weight problems, menstrual problems, PCOS problems, facial hair problems, everything, right? Now, it is very, very well known that if women are having high estrogen, progesterone kind of hormones, it can lead to problems like breast cancer and ovarian cancer. Now, if you are taking sun bath, your cholesterol levels will be low. Estrogen, progesterone will never go up. Okay? If you are taking diets which are very high in fiber, soluble, insoluble fiber, your bile, there is a mechanism you all understand that, which is hepatobiliary cycle, right? The bile gets reabsorbed. The more bile gets out, the cholesterol levels will go down, and automatically the risk of cancer and heart disease will come down. So what you need to do is, you need to take high fiber food, both soluble and insoluble, drink a lot of water, breathe properly, which will eventually help you to evacuate well. And once you're evacuating properly, your hormonal levels will be maintained and cancer will not be a very big risk for you. And it is as simple as that. If I had to sum it up in one sentence. I mean, it is a little technical, but I'm sure the audience is able to understand.
సో సన్ బాత్ అంటే చాలా ఈజీ, కానీ దానికి మనం అస్సలు టైం ఇవ్వట్లేదు. సో ఇట్ షుడ్ బి ఎర్లీ మార్నింగ్స్ ఆర్ ఈవినింగ్.
So, we are in a very good location. We are very close to the equator. Before 1 o'clock is a very good time. And if people say that it's too hot and stuff like that, I can tell you that I was brought up in Nepal. Okay, my entire childhood was spent in Nepal. I was born in Kolkata, brought up in Nepal. And there, winters are very cold, and I used to swim in winters. Then I came to study in Chennai. Okay, only 3 climates: hot, hotter, hottest, right? So, but I started taking sun bath, and I've got so used to it that like my holidays are all planned around sun bathing. Me and my wife, we travel to Rajasthan during summers. We go to Karnataka and so many places in India. I'm talking about where we get a lot of sun. Okay, so it's all about practice. If you can't do it, start with 30 seconds and eventually take it to 20 minutes, 40 minutes. It's amazing. It's really amazing. But evacuation of your bowels properly by consuming a lot of fiber, drinking a lot of water, breathing. This is something, shallow breathing has become the norm. So if you're able to change these 3 things, your evacuation will be proper, everything will be set.
సో ఓకే డాక్టర్, फाइनली स्टूडेंट्स को आप क्या बोलना चाहते हैं हेल्दी लाइफस्टाइल के लिए, जस्ट फॉर 2 words?
See, I think I'll repeat the same statement that focus on introducing healthier food. Don't be too much worried about eating unhealthy food. That is the basic thing I think we all need to understand. My daughter is just 3 years old, and I've told her very clearly that healthy food is the jhadu of unhealthy food. So every time you eat unhealthy food, you have to compensate by eating a lot of healthy food. For example, sugar, right? The entire drama about the sugar thing is that sugar is bad, sugar is bad, sugar is bad. It is definitely bad when you're eating only sugar and you're eating a lot of it. Okay? But if you look at a primary level, we cannot survive without sugar. We cannot, our brains don't function as well as it would, if we are not eating sugar, it will not function so much, right? Probably humans have progressed also because of cooked food and sugar. The problem is when you take only sugar, it creates a huge deficiency in your body. Now you're talking about cause of cancer, for example. In cancer, the mitochondrial burning of sugar doesn't happen. Sugar is the primary metabolism. Metabolism is the primary thing in cancer that is gone disrupted, right? Now, if you want the sugar, the sugar, the half burnt sugar from the cytoplasm go into the mitochondria, you need something called pyruvate, right? Pyruvate is nothing but vitamin B1. So if you are only eating sugar and if you do not have pyruvate in your body, the pyruvate dehydrogenase will not probably be there. It could cause cancer. There is no research in it, right? That is a bridge which is lacking. So I think focus on consuming a lot of healthy food, okay? And if you are eating junk food, if you are socializing with your friend, even if you are partying with your friends, I think body will take care of it as long as you are eating a lot of healthy food and exercising a lot, especially strength training. And second thing that I would really like to add on is that mentally you need to be very, very strong. For example, like especially in the doctors community, it's very stressful for you, right? What we generally do is if we are tired, we want a coffee. We want, probably a lot of you may be smoking, maybe truck drivers, they take tobacco, things like that, right? If you are tired, you don't need energy. You actually need rest. This is the primary thing we always forget. Okay, so these are 2 most important things from my end. And in healthy eating, I think whatever you eat with a lot of fiber. One way of doing it is adding a lot of vegetables which are very low in calories, very high in nutrients. And if you complement it with everything, I think a lot of your problems will be solved and your patient's problems also.